Welcome back. This is Rich again, back for an exclusive YouTube video blog. Tonight's subject is about the challenges the restaurant business has been facing the past several years and what is the future of the restaurant business going forward. But first, this important announcement. Don't forget to listen to Crystal's Time Machine on the radio, 980 WCAP, where everybody gets it. Um, Friday and Saturday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on WCAP 980. And if you can't catch the show live, listen to podcasts exclusively on archive.org. Goes back to October 2015. And follow Crystal on various social media websites, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Now back to the video. Okay, my subject is the challenges of what the restaurant business are facing and what the future holds for restaurants. Since COVID-19 struck in March of 2020, the restaurant businesses, both fast food, sit down restaurants, chain restaurants, mom and pop restaurants, have been struggling big time. For several months for the COVID-19 pandemic, they only were delivery because they could not have sit down service. And, gradually they started opening up in limited capacity, then half capacity, then full capacity in various stages of when the pandemic got under control. And it's 2023, and there's still a lot of challenges that the restaurant business is facing. The most important challenge the restaurant business is facing is the cost of inflation. See it at all of the restaurants now, the small ones, the fast food ones, the sit down ones, the chain restaurants. The prices are sky high. About like 5, 6 years ago, before the pandemic, they were reasonable. That now, at maybe a cost of two hamburgers would be $10. Before it would be only like 4 or 5, and the prices continue to go up and up daily. And some restaurants are basically kind of scaling back on some items on the menu. Another challenge that a lot of these restaurants are facing is staffing issues. Many restaurants, the fast food ones, the sit down restaurants, the chain restaurants, and the mom and pop ones have been very, very short staffed, even on busier days. You might go into a sit down restaurant and they might be a bartender and only about maybe 2 or 3 servers slash wait staff. And some ones years ago had maybe 2 bartenders at a restaurant and maybe 5 servers or 6 servers. Now it's a small crew, plus there's not too many help in the kitchen. It might be the lead cook, a dishwasher, a prep cook, and that's about it on some restaurants. Other fast food restaurants might have only one cashier. And And reason why that they are short-staffed is many people now do not want to work in the restaurant industry. One reason or another, various issues like low pay, inconvenience for them. They probably want to work certain days of the week. While, like in most restaurant industry, you basically have to be available 24/7. If you can't work even one day, the management's probably not going to hire you because that might be the day they need the most help. And if it's the day you can't work, then there's a good possibility they won't hire you. And also, a lot of some restaurants, fast food, and mom and pop restaurants and chain restaurants, the management might not be good at all to the employees. Can't speculate why, but that's another reason why there's a lot of short-staffed. Another reason why a lot of restaurants are facing um, challenges is reduction of hours. If they don't have the staff, they have to be open limited hours. There's some restaurants that don't open up on Sundays or Mondays. Sundays at restaurants used to be very, very busy, especially sit-down restaurants that serve breakfast. They would have a big, big brunch. But with those restaurants closed, it just that's one day they're not making money, and many of those people might either go to other restaurants or might not eat out at all, or you might have some restaurants like fast food restaurants that have like a sit down area that the dining room area they might have to close the dining room area um, for a certain amount of time or the whole day and they just do drive through because there's like no staff available, or they have the hours reduced, and it's very difficult for these restaurants. Limited hours means that people it might be inconvenient for the people to go to that restaurant if they usually go at a certain time and they can't go at that time at all. And another reason why restaurants are facing tough challenges is location and competition from other restaurants. If you have several sit-down restaurants within the same general area, like a shopping mall or plaza or district, they might have a tough time competing with one another because of maybe prices, staffing, atmosphere, etc. And that's really, really difficult. And over the past 3 years, many restaurants have closed up shop permanently, and that's not good at all because many people who own these restaurants or fast food restaurants probably put their life savings into it, and their investment is gone, and basically they will have to start a new career. And I think the future of the restaurant industry, both fast food and sit down and chain restaurants and mom and pop, are very, very murky at best. I think many chain restaurants will survive on this, but they might have to scale back a lot of restaurants. Some restaurants are having kind of gimmicks, meaning that it has specials for a certain day of the week, which that, that might be good to start off with, but if it doesn't catch on, they will have to might do something else. And sometimes you have to feel very, very bad for the people who work in this industry now because of there's not too much money to be made to make this a sustainable career. Most of the people who work at fast food restaurants or the sit down restaurant industry are either students or um, it's convenient for mother's hours or retirees and other people who may have made careers out of working in the restaurant industry. Oh, but right now, it's an industry that is very, very tough times, and they might not be a light at the end of the tunnel anytime soon. So that's my opinion on the restaurant industry. It has a very, very uncertain and murky future. And I'll be back later on next week with 2 more exclusive video blogs. I won't tell you what they are. Bye now.